Hello everyone, welcome to the third session of the first topic which is going on, that is kinetic theory of matter. So in that let me recall all the points that we have seen earlier. Okay, we have seen about the particle nature of the matter. In that we have learnt about elements, molecule and atom, right? And we have seen each of them definitions and examples also we have seen. In next we have seen kinetic theory of matter. In that we have seen there are some variety of assumptions. There are three assumptions major and two minor. So we have seen about those kinetic theory of matter about assumptions. So within that one point was there is force of attraction between two molecules of the matter. So we have seen force of cohesion among same kind of substances, same nature substances, and the force of adhesion where we have studied that two different material, two different molecule of different substances, they attract each other. So we call that force as force of addition. Even afterwards we have seen some physical differences between states of matter like solids, liquids and gases. I ask you to make one table and I ask you to write down whether the property possessed by the solids, liquids or gases. I have given some example that time. You can make difference in between shape of the solid. So likewise, I think you have made already the table. Okay, in this table, first of all, it will be property, about the property. So these property, specific property, how it is in state of solids, state of liquids, and state of gas. You have to mention that. I ask you. For example, suppose first one is a shape. Okay, due to particular molecular arrangement, yes, solids will be having that specific shape. You have to just mark here like yes. About liquids, they don't have their specific shape, but they can take shape of the particular container, but they don't have their own shape. But what about gases? Absolutely no. So this is the example again. There is list of property, right? Even in the textbook, they have mentioned all properties like shape, afterwards size. For the size, you can mention even volume, right? This is now high level. You can say the word for the size itself. Afterwards, you can mention about compressibility. So what about compressibility? Yes, while writing these all properties, you should be mentioning there are some exceptional cases in case of even solids. As you all know, solids will be having their fixed shape. We know this. Is it possible for compressibility property? You will say no, it is negligible, it is highly negligible. But there are some exceptions also, like sponge. Okay, sponge itself is solid material, but because of it can show you that property. If you will squeeze the sponge, it will just deform, right? Deform means changing the shape. So in that case, it is the exception for compressibility. But you have to mention these kind of all activity, whether it is showing in solids, liquids or gases or not. Okay, so this was your homework. Up to this we have studied. Now it is time in third session we will start with the new concept, and that is change of states. Okay, so we all know that in our day-to-day life there are so many things that we are using. For example, we are using ice cubes during summer season. If you want to drink juices, we are adding just ice cubes in that. But after some time, what is happening to that? It will remain same ice cube, whatever and whenever you want to use them. No, after removing from the fridge, after some minutes, it will start melting. So what exactly that process? So next example, suppose you want now ice cube. Is it possible to convert the same liquid into the solids? Yes, you will say yes. Okay, think on that. We will start with the new concept, that is change of states. Before moving further towards change of state, we must know about the energy contained into the states of matter. Okay, so if we will study about energies, there are three states of matter. Let's consider solid, liquid and gas. What is happening exactly? In case of, in term of energy, what should be happen here? In case of solid, particle arrangements are very tight, right? As you all know. So what will be the energy contained? Less, more or least? What do you think about this? Yes, because of particle will be so close to each other, because of that molecule have no space to move, or they have no space to show their energies, right? So here we can say the particle in the solid are tightly packed, so solids will be having less energy contained in the solids. Whatever example you can take here, okay, so there will be very less energy. Now come to the point, liquid, what will be the condition? As liquids having more space as compared to the solids, so will be they having more energy or not? See, wherever space is more, the molecules will get more chance to evolve. They will be free to move here there, and because of that movement they may possess some energy. Okay, so in that, regarding to that point, liquids will be having obviously more energy than that of solids. Now come to the point gas, what it will be? Gases are very free to move. They are very happy molecules, right? They will be having more space to move. So they will be having how kind of, what kind of energy in between? The answer will be less. Here liquids are having more content. This will be most energy contents in gases. Why it is happening? Only one reason behind that, and the reason is the space between them. As the space is increasing, energy level will be also increasing. As the space is decreasing from gas to solids, what is happening? The energy will be also getting decreased. So this is about the energy contained in states of matter. Why we are learning this? Because on these you should be able to understand, on giving this kind of energy, if you want to change the states of these, what kind of energy now you have to provide to change their states, right? So regarding to this, we will come to the next point, that is change of states. Let's start with very interesting topic, that is the states of matter and the changes in between. Okay, we have considered these three examples. Can you tell me what this space, this suppose is wooden block. So obviously it will be solid. Second, I have taken example a glass of water or any liquid you can say, to show the liquid phase. Okay, and here I have trapped some molecules of gases in the balloon. So balloon itself is showing example. Balloon means not balloon, inside the air. We'll consider that as gas state. Okay, is it possible, children, to convert the solid state into liquid, or in liquid state into the gases? Is it possible? Yes, obviously it's possible, because in day-to-day life we have seen this all experimentation at home. So what thing is needed to change their states? This question to all of you, just think and tell me, whatever interconversions are happening, interconversion means from one state to other state, if the material is changing, in that interconversion, what the thing is needed, that you can say, if I want to make this any, suppose this is ice cube now, okay, I want to change this ice cube into liquid water, and I want to change again water to the water vapor. What kind of thing I required, I have to use? Yes, that will be heat. That will be heat. And this heat, generally we are showing, you will come to know afterwards, by making the triangle. So henceforth, wherever the heat we have to show, we will not write this HEAT spelling. We will just denote it with the symbol triangle. So in various chemical composition equation, you have to use this symbol. Okay. So now here I am writing heat. So this heat is required here and here also, right? So here also I have to use, right? Now what about if, suppose this is now water vapor, in gaseous phase, example water vapor. I want to change water vapor to again liquid phase. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. We will come to know what the process is called as afterward, that all things will come afterwards. But what is required? Again heat is required there. Here you have to reduce the heat. This is my first thing that you should come to know while interconversion in between state, solid to liquid to gas. While interconversion, heat is the specific reason. For making this direct interconversion, you have to give heat, you have to provide heat. But while coming reverse now, from vapor to liquid, liquid to solid. Example we are taking everywhere, ice cube, water and water vapor. That will be very easier for you. Here I have to just take out the heat, absorb the heat somehow. So what will be minus heat? Means cooling the thing. Minus heat means cooling the thing. On cooling, water vapor will convert into liquid. Again, after taking out the heat from that, it will become cool, right? So liquid will change into the solid thing. Now up to these is all about the heat, process of giving heat or reducing the heat from it. Afterwards, we will learn what exact the process is called as. First of all, get clear idea about this interconversion due to the heat. Heat is the thing which we have to provide or we have to take out. So you will get this change in the state. Alright. After that, if suppose you are giving particular heat to the solid thing, what will happen? If you are not even giving heat to the ice cube, just take out the ice cube from freezer and keep or place on the table. After 2 minutes only, you can see these ice cube have changed into the liquid phase. So what name you will give to the process? Yes, it is called as melting of the solid. So the process we will give name as melting. What will be? Melting. When ice cube is just changing into the liquid phase, we are giving the name melting. Now if the question is asked in exams that define the following melting, what should be the answer given by you? It should be very easy. Whatever processes I will mention, that all will be processes. If it is melting, it is the process where a substance change from solid to liquid. Very simple, isn't it? So the melting you can define, it is the process, whatever here all will be process. It is the process where the thing will change, state of the thing will change from solid to liquid. Now same, if I will give more heat to the same liquid, I will just bring it to boil even. What will happen? Slowly this water will get changed into the water vapor. But the thing is, what the name, what the process should be there to mention this change from liquid to gas. So it is very simple. You are making it in water. Right? Water is making into the water vapor. So water vapor, where you are making vapor. So you can keep in mind as vaporization, right? So it will be vaporization. Vaporization means what? The thing will be liquid, you are changing or converting it into the vapor by using some more heat. So the process called as vaporization. So if they ask again the question, what do you mean by vaporization, is very simple. It is also the process, it is the process where state will change from liquid to gas on heating. Okay, so this was about second process that we have learned. Now I will give you some example that you are using at your home also. That thing will change directly from solid to liquid. Have you seen naphthalene balls? So at home, in the cupboard especially, or wherever your rack where you are keeping your books, everything, there you must be have seen that naphthalene balls. Naphthalene balls. So these naphthalene balls, you have to just observe them after 6 months, 7 months. This shape of naphthalene ball will reduce to this shape after 6 to 7 months only. So what is happening exactly to the naphthalene balls? Again you have to purchase new one and keep newly. So what is happening to these? We are not giving external heat to it. So how it is converting directly to this shape? What is happening there? So it is also the magic in nature. This is very fundamental thing, we can say very easy process in the nature. So many substances like naphthalene balls, they are converting directly from solid to the gaseous phase. How it is possible? Because they are the substances, they will not undergo through these all processes, firstly melting, afterward vaporization, they will not go through that. So they will just change directly from solid to the gases, and those that process is basically called as, yes, it is sublimation. What is happening? From solid, it is getting directly converted to the gaseous phase. It is called as sublimation. So there are so many examples that I will ask you to write some more example asking your neighbors' parents. Yes, it is taking me only 1 minute to give you examples, but what will be your work then, right? So just find out like naphthalene balls, how many substances you can find, any one at least, that is converting directly from solids to the gaseous phase. So the process is called as sublimation. So what answer you will give me? Define sublimation. Yes, you are giving me answer like sublimation also is the process where the substance is directly changing from solid phase to the gaseous phase without undergoing liquid phase. It's called as sublimation. Alright, so I hope you understood these three processes very well. You just need to recall one by one, right? Now, up to these three processes, what we have done, we have just given heat, we have provided heat. In case of naphthalene balls, we have not given heat, but in nature already heat is there, room temperature you all know. On that temperature only this process is happening. Now you will get some different processes where heat is getting minus, heat is getting absorbed. Okay, so due to this minus heat means cooling the thing. In very simple language, you are cooling the thing and you are getting some processes. Let's have example first one. We'll start with this only. What the process will be where the gas is converting in liquid. Gas on cooling, gas is converting into the liquid. Here I would like to mention the example first and even you will able to give me answer. That is, it is rainy season, right? In rainy season, what is exactly happening so that rain falls? What is happening there? First of all, you can see the black clouds. After some time, within some minutes, you will get that rain, right? Rain is liquid itself. So what is happening there? In the cloud you can say water vapor, because our earth have much more water surfaces, that all because of heat what is happening, all the heat evaporates actually the surfaces of the water. This all evaporated heat, we can say evaporated water vapor is becoming now clouds. As it is going up, what is happening, clouds also will get cooled. So because of this coolness, this gaseous coolness it is, right? So due to this coolness, after some time what will happen? The liquid means rain drops will start falling off, right? So this process basically comes under condensation. It is nothing but condensation. What is happening? It will be reverse process than that of these both. We are just reducing the heat from the substance and it is getting converted into the liquid. So what is the process? Basically condensation also is the process in which substances changes from gases to liquid. Okay, it is the process where substances are changing from gases to liquid. And what you are doing here, you are not doing anything, but automatically, naturally, what is happening? Heat is getting reduced, absorbed by nature. So because of coolness, this interconversion is happening. Now, we'll come to the next point, and that is it any process there which will convert liquid to solids? And this process you all have done, you all have must done this process at home during summer season, just keeping water in that ice plate and after some time in freezer, right? After some time you will get ice cubes from it. So what name you are giving that? You are keeping in the fridge. Fridge means what? Especially you are keeping in the freezer. What is that? It is the device where you are providing extra coolness to the liquids, and you are getting solids. Even the milk, even if you are having that packet milks at home, if you are keeping that packet milk in freezer, after some time you will see even milk has turned into the ice, right? So you need to wait for some more time when you are no needed for that milk. You have to wait for some time. It will get again liquid, and you can just use that after boiling and all. Okay, that is the process. But what is the name where the substance is changing from liquid to solid? Yes, you all know that is freezing. On freezing, what is happening? The liquid thing will convert into solid things. Okay, so this all about the interconversion in between the states of matter. Now one more is remaining, okay, and that is very interesting. As we have seen the exceptional process called sublimation, where the solids are changing directly to the gases. Same, there is one more process which will happen directly. Gas particles or gas molecules will change into the solids directly from water vapor to the ice crystals. Is it there any process like this? Yes, it is called as deposition. It is called as deposition. What do you mean by deposition? This is also the process where what is happening? The gas particle or water vapor, generally in the nature it is found where the polar regions are there, right? On the polar region, all the temperature will be very much, means minus degree temperature, where ice and ice only will be there all around, right? So there what is happening on the leaves, on the plants, on the leaves, what is happening on the morning or whenever the temperature will be very very low, that time on the leaves there will be covering literally of the ice crystal. So from where these ice crystals are coming, right? So these crystals are nothing but giving you example for deposition. What? Extremely cool temperature sometimes brings water vapor into the solid, means ice crystal. It is happening whenever there is so much of coolness in the weather. Even you have seen in Dharwad, sometime it is in Belgaum also, the area where very much cool temperature during rainy season, we have seen so many times that ice cube will fall off, right? And you all children will enjoy to get that ice and have it. So it is nothing but sometime what happened because of extreme cool temperature, due to deposition process, this water vapor directly will convert into the solids, means ice crystal. So this process is basically known as deposition, right? So we have seen by this way the change of states of matter. This diagram will give you entire idea about interconversion of the states. So let me again give you the flashback what we have studied till now. Okay, we have started with the concept, last concept of the chapter, that is change of states. Okay, in that we have seen solids, liquids and gases. We have taken example especially for ice. Here ice cube, ice and water vapor. We have taken this example because it will become very very easy for you. Now you will ask me, ma'am, what about other substances, right? Let me tell you, ice cube was very simple example to understand. If I will mention here iron box, very tough material like metal iron. In that case, what is happening? What will happen if we are providing heat to the iron piece? Yes, it will also get melted, but the temperature you require is very, very high. It is about 1500 degrees centigrade plus temperature. At that temperature, that material, iron, metal like iron will start melting. right? And it will melt, and after melting you can mold it as per the shapes. There are so many vessels we are using in the kitchen also, you can see them all. So this all iron material, basically they have got it from the melting only, right? So we have taken example of ice cube, so it will very easy to understand to you even. Okay, we have seen that when solids are changing or converting into liquids on heating, the process called as melting process. Now there is one more word in your textbook. It's called as fusion, right? It is more chemical term actually. In within giving temperature, okay, to the solid, what is happening? First of all, it will be tightly packed, very tightly packed, these molecules. So after giving temperature, these molecule will start first of all vibrating on their places. After, due to this vibration, due to energy, what I have explained earlier, due to energy, slowly vibration will comes to the more space in between. What will happen? This molecule will get just far away from each other due to the heat we are giving energy to it. So it will get that energy, right? And you have seen that energy will be more as compared to solid into the liquids. Energy will be more in liquids because of what? Intermolecular space will more there. So the process called, I said you, fusion. What is that? Is exactly melting only. But melting due to the heat, it brings the intermolecular space more. That process called as fusion. You can say another name for melting itself, right? Fusion. Don't get confused between fusion and melting. So fusion is more chemical term. You are getting where you have to study about molecule. What is happening to the molecule? Molecule are losing the bond, or molecules are decreasing their attraction. Decreasing means what? Less. So because of that, they are just moving far away from each other, and that process called as fusion in short. After melting, we have studied about vaporization. What is that? The liquids on boiling or on heating. Actually, this liquid phase is changing into the gaseous phase or water vapor. They will convert into water vapor. It's called as vaporization. Now the question is, due to this melting process is happening, you know all these things. Again, I'm telling same, right? My question is, what will be the melting point? Yes, in your textbook or you have studied maybe somewhere you have read that somebody is discussing about point, melting point, boiling point, what it will be. So children, it is very simple. Melting process you know now, okay. So the process or the temperature is what? It is the point, it is the number, right? So melting point nothing but the temperature where solid will start losing the bond and converting into the liquid. In simple language, you can even say melting point is the temperature where solid will start melting or converting into the liquid. That point is called as melting point. So all the substances, this is very interesting children, all the substances have their own melting point. All substances not start their melting on same temperatures, right? So water, ice cube on 0 degree only it will start melting. Okay, but thing will not happen same for the iron or copper piece. Everyone's melting point will be different. Okay, so here only melting point definition I wanted to share with you. I have shared. Next one, vaporization. I have said you this thing what is happening from liquid to solid. Now what will be the boiling point? What is boiling exactly? When liquid thing you have supplied heat to it, what is happening? The substance slowly started boiling. The temperature where substance starts getting converted into vaporous form or the substance start to boil. That point, that temperature is called as boiling point. Okay, in everywhere in chemistry or other even physics also, wherever you are writing equation, this boiling point we are symbolizing as BP. I will mention here up to BP only. Then melting point will be, yes, it is MP, melting point. Okay, so we have studied about both concept, new concept, melting and boiling point. Now deposition I said, what is that? because of very much cool temperature. It is now about all minus temperatures. Okay, for example, in polar region, what is happening? This water vapor is directly converting into ice crystals. So this process is called as basically deposition. Now next one I have said you about condensation, right? What is that? What is happening? Gas on cooling, these water vapor will convert into liquid or raindrops in nature. You can give example. It's called as condensation. After that, liquid. If suppose you are keeping in the freezer, liquids will convert into solids. And by this way, we have seen the last process called as freezing. Okay, so this all was about the interconversion or change of states. So I hope you understood very well. So let's have look on this. So here we have finished our first lesson in 3 sessions, right? The kinetic theory of matter. This is your homework to be done in your homework book. I am mentioning specifically in homework book. So question number 1 will be find out melting point of gold, iron, copper and ice. This is very interesting, right? It is not there written values in your textbook. You need to find out. Next one, write 3 assumptions of kinetic theory of matter. There are 5. If you want, even you can mention those 5 points. Okay. Next one, draw a label diagram showing change of state. Before some time, which I have drawn, mentioning all the processes and about heat given or taken. Right. With that, you have to write, draw a label diagram showing change of state. Next one will be defined. Here I have given the list to you and you have to complete these definitions in homework book. First, melting, vaporization, sublimation, deposition, freezing, condensation, molecule and element. I hope you all will enjoy this assignment given to you in homework book and just do it as possible, as early as possible.